this man managed to ruin the great Manchester United in just 2 seasons in charge? As someone who has followed Manchester United closely for years, I've seen the highs and the lows. I have analyzed the games and studied the decisions that have shaped this club's recent history. In this video, we are diving deep into why Erik Ten Hag, the man who was supposed to bring glory back to Old Trafford, may actually be the one dragging it down. From questionable tactics to disastrous signings, let's uncover the truth behind the mess at United. Ten Hag has struggled to establish a clear identity at Manchester United. While it's unreasonable to expect a team in transition and a new coach to win every game, it's still important to see a distinctive playing style that the team consistently sticks to. We've seen managers like De Zerbi, Postecoglou, and Emery implement recognizable systems at their clubs in a relatively short time. As a result, even when their teams lose or drop points, fans can still take away positives from the way they played. Even Enzo Maresca, with just 3 games at Chelsea, has already shown a clear vision for how his team wants to play. Yet, Ten Hag, now in his 3rd season at United, has not done the same. When Ten Hag was told in an interview people were unable to identify his style, he said,
"I can't take this serious. It's so obvious, and I think we're playing very good football against the biggest teams. We get ourselves in winning position and not by luck, by playing decent football."
He was also asked why he thinks people from outside are confused by his style, and he replied,
"I don't know, and I don't care. And because that is their assessment."
Ten Hag has been able to win 2 trophies in 2 seasons at the club, but he has not been able to progress the club from the point he took over. These 2 trophies have made Erik Ten Hag delusional. When he was asked about how far his progress is, he said,
"I've made good progress over 2 years now. And of course, last year we had a lot of setbacks with injuries, but in the end, it was a success. And also the first year, it was a success. And we are behind City. We won the most trophies in England football. So we are in a very good direction."
United has the most trophies after Man City in the 2 years, yes. But if I ask you, were they the second best team after Man City in those 2 years? Ole Gunnar, the previous permanent coach, said this in an interview when he was in charge.
Any cup competition can give you a trophy, but sometimes it's more of an ego thing for managers and clubs. We've finally won something. It's not like a trophy will say that we're back. No, it's the gradual progression and the consistency of being in the top of the league, in and around there. Sometimes a cup competition can hide the fact that struggling a little bit.
Ten Hag has broken records at Manchester United, but not the ones he would have hoped for. Under his management, the club suffered their joint heaviest defeat, losing 7-0 to Liverpool. He conceded 23 shots in a Premier League match at Old Trafford, something that had never happened before. United also let in 7 goals in their first 2 Champions League group games, a new low for the club. Additionally, the team conceded 3 or more goals in 3 consecutive games for the first time since 1978. Unfortunately, the list of unwanted records doesn't end there. In the 2023-24 season, Manchester United managed just 1 win against the traditional Big 6, and a troubling pattern has emerged. They consistently underperform in big away games. What's more concerning than the poor results is the quality of their performances. While they occasionally scrap out a win with a late goal, they often resemble a championship level side when facing good teams. The fact that they finished in the top half of the table with a negative goal difference speaks volumes. Another issue Ten Hag has faced at Manchester United is his approach to man management. He has become widely known as my way or the highway type of manager. After the Arsenal game, he publicly criticized Jadon Sancho's training performance, to which Sancho responded on social media, calling the comments false. Ten Hag demanded an apology, but when Sancho refused, he was banned from the first team and eventually loaned back to his former club in January. Despite being reintegrated into the squad during pre-season, suggesting that they had reconciled, the fact that Sancho wasn't even named on the bench for United's first 2 games of the season made it clear that the relationship had been irreparably damaged. When asked about selling Sancho to Chelsea, sporting director Dan Ashworth simply stated, "We felt we had enough depth in that particular position to cover it. We've got 4 really good wide players, and Jadon was a fee, which allowed us to make that decision. Whether this explanation holds any truth is for you to decide. Ten Hag also had a public falling out with Cristiano Ronaldo, who claimed the coach didn't respect him. This came after Ten Hag benched Ronaldo during United's 6-3 loss to their city rivals. Ten Hag explained that he didn't bring Ronaldo on as a substitute out of respect for his career. However, Ronaldo disagreed, saying,
"You don't put me against Manchester City because of respect of your career, and you want to put me 3 minutes against Tottenham."
Well, that's the thing. So then you then play Tottenham.
Don't make sense.
Do you think he respects you?
I think you don't respect the way I should deserve.
Ibrahimovic had this to say in an interview.
Him coming from Ajax to United is a big difference because I've been in both clubs. You manage talents, upgrowing is different kind of approach because there you have a different kind of discipline. You come to United, you do the same thing. I don't know, I don't believe, and I don't think it's the same treatment you give.
Ten Hag has made several questionable decisions in the transfer market. Spent 95 million on Antony, who has gained more attention online for showboating and making odd faces than for scoring goals. In 55 Premier League appearances, he has managed only 5 goals. Then there's the 64 million euros spent on Mason Mount, who has been a disappointment since joining, with just 20 appearances across all competitions, contributing 1 goal and 1 assist. Andre Onana, bought for 50 million euros, has been responsible for several costly mistakes that have hurt Manchester United. Additionally, Ten Hag's insistence on signing players from Ajax and Netherlands is puzzling. If he were to be sacked, what would happen to these players he specifically brought in to suit his ideas? At this point, the sporting directors should be responsible for making signings to fit the team's needs rather than the coach. But do the owners and sporting directors even have a clear vision or plan for the team? Doesn't appear so. What do you think? Is Ten Hag to blame for the current state of the club, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comment section.